and the Winter Soldier episode 5, one more episode to the finale. And in this episode, we see the fallout of last week's episode where our new Captain America killed somebody, and that does not go well because people don't like it when you kill people. But yeah, it doesn't go well. So he gets dishonorably discharged or something like that. Anyways, um, as Captain America, and there's a lot of debates about what to do and what Steve would do as Bucky and like Sam just do useless crap. I think the show is really irritating to me because it's like, okay, you you're doing stuff thematically, like they're having discussions about what does it mean to be Captain America, blah 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 blah. Cool, that's cool, but this is not. But like there's better ways to do this than our characters sitting around building a boat or throwing a shield. Like, that's not what I want from this show. That's really boring. It's uninteresting. It's unengaging. I don't get why that is what we're focusing on here. It's like, I'm not interested in this. I want to know more about the story. I want to have an actual story. The story is second to the show. So if you want to have like a downtime for a couple episodes and do that, cool. But there isn't a really engaging story throughout the show. I'm like, wow, that's what we're going to. That's what we're building to. And this episode downtime is like, okay, you just have an episode downtime. WandaVision had a couple episodes of downtime, before, they built to the story. But they were still going somewhere. And I think that's the problem with this show. It doesn't go anywhere. I mean, it's going somewhere. It has places it's going, but it's like, it's number one, not clear, and number two, it's not like an obvious endpoint where you can see where the show's gonna go or what's gonna happen. It's not. Oh, there isn't some mystery or story that's engaging to me, and so I'm watching this episode week to week, and I'm like, okay, is something gonna happen? Oh, one interesting thing happened. One out of like an hour-long episode. And so I'm just not into the show. I think this episode it's pretty mad at me. I'm a big I'm big into like movies and shows that can have interesting themes and have debates about philosophy and philosophical things like that. But I think in this show they try to do that, but I don't feel like that's what anybody wants out of a Marvel TV show. And like, there's definitely comics where they've done that kind of stuff, but they don't do it like this, and it doesn't feel right to me. So I'm just not into this show still. One more episode to go, and it's all over though, which is weird. I wish they'd be more clear. Are these Marvel shows limited series or are they like series? Because a series is not like a series. It is not just one season. A series is something that goes on for multiple seasons, unless it gets canceled, obviously. But um, you know, a limited series is like that's it, or you might get one or two seasons. There you go. But they're not being clear about that. I think this is the end after next week's episode, so I don't know. But we'll see.